would they be susceptible to having a little bit of what happened last year to them this year? And that is some of the metrics, the net really likes them, but they end up being a 7 seed or something like that. And last year they were in the 8-9 game. It's just more difficult to advance in the tournament if you're a lower seed. It just is.
Yeah, I can't. The problem with that question, Andy, is I can't, and I don't know if you can find anybody that can explain what happened last year. It was by far the strangest seeding decision that the committee made last year. I mean, if you look at my bracket or any of the other brackets that were on the matrix last year, none of us had them anywhere near an 8-9 game. I don't even know how many people had them as a 7. I think, if I remember right, I had them as a 5. And the matrix might have had them averaging out to a 6. There wasn't anybody that had them as an 8 or a 9. And so that it's hard to explain why that happened. You could say, well, the ACC wasn't very good. Okay, but they put Duke as a 1, and they put Carolina in the field.
Right.
Even though Carolina had one quad 1 win. So it doesn't. If you respect the ACC enough to put Carolina in, then why would you then plunk Louisville down to an 8-9 game? It just didn't make any sense. And so I can't explain what happened there. It just didn't match up with any of the other seedings that they put together last year. And I think this resume is going to have a hard time getting numerically to where last year's did in terms of number of wins and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But it's a much easier time because there are many more opportunities to collect quality victories, which last year they weren't limited by what they were doing. They were limited by what everyone else in the league except for Duke was doing.
Right, yeah. We did the numbers, and I can't remember, but at one point, Mike, a couple games ago, we were like, they have, eight quad 1s and 2 quad 2s and on all that, and you go back to last year, and it was so different.